Hello, this is part 1 of making a life-size Shinx plushie from scratch. Okay, so first step is to cut out the plush template. I didn't record this because I'm visually impaired and hold the parts close to my face. I do get better at recording, but you're just going to have to bear with me for this first couple parts. So the second step you're going to do once you've got your stencils cut out is put it on the wrong side of the fabric. This is the side of the fabric that no one's going to see. As you can see here, the right side of the fabric is the fluffy part and the back is kind of this velvety texture. Now, I highly recommend water-soluble markers. I am not sponsored by Crayola, but I have heard from other people who sew that these are fantastic and I've been using them and they're pretty good. Once you're done marking everything on your fabric, you're going to cut your pieces out. I am wearing a respirator for this because the fur can get in your lungs and give you what's called groomer's lung. So I'm wearing a respirator and I highly recommend that if you're working with any type of fur that you also wear a respirator. Once your parts are cut out, you're going to grab your applique. Applique is basically web adhesive, and you're going to cut out the applique that you're going to need, and you're also going to cut out the fabric that you're going to need to applique onto your main fabric. Okay, so usually you put your applique in between your two fabrics that you want to stitch together, and you use a iron to heat it together. So you'll see me heat the applique up and stick it onto the back of the fabric that I want to stick to the face, for example. Applique has this paper on the back that you peel off and it kind of becomes like a sticker. So you'll see me do that and try my darn best to get the thing off, but it's kind of hard, honestly. After you do that, you're going to take your main fabric right side up and you're going to put the sticky part onto where you want the two fabrics to meet, and you're going to iron that on. The times that you need to iron it really vary from applique to applique, so make sure to check your directions before you do this. Once that's all done, you're going to want to stitch your applique to your main fabric. There are a couple different ways you can do this, but I didn't know them at the time, so you're going to see me do the really basic version, and you're also going to see me do it really badly, because I am no expert. I am, in fact, a beginner. Also, I'm sorry that it's so zoomed in. Like I said, I'm visually impaired, so you're actually seeing what I was seeing while I was sewing. You're seeing this through my phone's magnifier. As you can see, once those have been sewn to your main fabric, there's no way that thing's coming off. So next, after that, I sew the darts together. In the template, you saw the little triangles on the sides and everything. That's what darts are. They basically help give the plush its shape. You're going to see me sew those together and also sew the front of the ears to the face. And once that's done, you're going to have a kind of shapely face. You're kind of going to start to see where this is going, but not really, because it really doesn't come together until we sew everything together and stuff it. Thank you so much for watching. In part 2, we're going to sew the back of the head together and then sew the front and the back together, thus completing the head.